Correct. Brought to you by us, fans like you, but mostly us.
He met eine Friend called Amy Pond. And he loved Amy Pond. Yes, he be liking the redheads. And they went to and fro in time and space. But Amy Pond was touched by the weeping angel. And she died.
She died of old age.
Well, that's all right then.
In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
Fanatically Correct.
We're back.
Somehow.
10 years later,
we're still here.
We're still here. We're still doing this.
Listen, we haven't been canceled. We haven't canceled ourselves. Well, that's a plus.
That's the most important.
That's
yeah,
a
we
plus.
haven't canceled ourselves.
You know?
It helps when you go into a lot of hiatuses.
Yeah.
So I'm your host, Omega.
MSK.
Yo, peace.
And Fanatically Correct. And in case this is the first time you're joining us, which is very possible,
Sorry.
Most people just jump straight ahead. Basically, we're just a laid back three friends conversing about nerdy type stuff.
Yeah. I want to meet the guy that goes to the first episode, like the
and
very
actually
first
goes
episode.
in order,
and actually goes in order. Yeah.
and
That's
doesn't
me.
get discouraged, and doesn't get discouraged.
That's what I
that's
tell
us.
people to do with Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
the first episode. Do not skip.
Do
Do
not
not
skip.
go to the third episode. Go to the first episode. That's
Actually,
what I tell people.
our first episode, our second episode, especially Electric Boogaloo. We did Electric. Yeah, we did, right? Part 2.
Sequels.
Part 2,
Yeah,
sequels. That's the one with the boxer we talked
Exactly.
about.
But
Creed,
yeah, so go back, listen to our
Sorry.
episodes. We also have episodes where we do Q&A panels at different,
Sometimes.
Comic-Cons
Yeah.
and things like that with celebrity guests. And we have episodes with celebrity guests actually with us either on Skype or in studio. We got some in studio ones. So please check it out. Of course, you can go to our Linktree/FanCorrect. And right there, you can link to all our episodes on different platforms, different podcast platforms, and get to all our social media, Instagram, all that good stuff.
All of them.
Twitter, Facebook, Gmail,
called
Google
X
phone
now.
X,
X.
It's X.
TikTok. Apparently, I don't think we post on
odd.
it, but
I don't
there's an account. There's
Wait,
an account.
We have an account?
There's an account. I don't know who's using it. I don't know who set it up.
is there an account?
There is an account. don't
Did
know
I
who's
make an
using it, who set it
account?
up.
You probably made an
But-
account.
And then, of
probably
course,
did.
for any listeners we've already had, of course, like, share, repost, all that good stuff. We appreciate that. So now, organically,
Organically,
we're kind of fighting for a topic.
we're gonna wing it as usual.
So we're kind of winging it.
This is the reality of it. We
Yeah.
really don't know what we're going to talk about until we come on.
Yeah.
And we
Yep.
figure
And then
it out.
MSK
So,
edits out usually this conversation, and then it's go.
Yeah.
never does. Well, he says
Yeah.
yes, but
Yeah.
that never happens either.
So we were playing around before we get into that, though, about the possible Andrews scenario. It's just
You want to
funny.
explain what the Andrews are because they haven't heard that.
So you heard
from
the
last year?
Andrews last year. It's our version of the Oscars.
Right.
Of course, our good co-host here, MSK, has had wonderful experiences of his name, and I promise you, it's nothing close to Andrew.
No.
It's just an ongoing gag that they keep getting his name wrong at different
From
places,
this place right here.
Starbucks, pizza places, which it's just common in the coffee house. You just got to do it. Actually, I was doing it the other morning with our family a couple weeks ago. We were in O-Town racing the dog, and I was making coffee in the morning, and I had like styrofoam cups or whatever, so I wrote everyone's name on it. I'm purposely wrong, and I was yelling everyone's name out like at the barista.
Awesome.
That's funny.
So
awesome.
it was good for a laugh. But yeah, so I think at the coffee shop, it's like it's a staple. They have to get your name wrong. But at a
Yeah.
pizza place, and when it's like completely like not even the same correct letter. So let's just
Yeah.
say MSK's name does not start with the letter A, and somehow they got Andrew.
Or the length of the. Never mind.
It
I'm
doesn't
not
even
gonna-
start with a vowel. Let's just start with that. let's begin with that.
Terrible.
Let's begin with that.
So that was going on while the Oscars were. So it just turned into our version of the Oscars is the Andrews. So we might kind of get into that, but before we started recording, we were talking about, which is just funny, David Tennant as Doctor Number 10, and then in there also Tenet the movie, because there's a recent or was it a meme?
Post?
Christopher
No, so
Nolan's-
his Peloton.
Yeah,
his
Christopher Nolan's
instructor.
Peloton coach instructor.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I found
Who
that pretty
didn't
funny.
understand it, and she was, "Hey, what's the big deal with this movie? Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it."
So do you think that she saw on the screen who's in the, because that's virtual, right? The Peloton coaching.
yeah, it's supposed to be.
It's virtual.
Yeah, it's like a
So
virtual.
do you think that's what she just did that on her own, or she saw on the screen that Nolan was in her bicycling class?
No, there's no way she
and
knew
then she
Christopher
started
Nolan
talking
was on there.
trash.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, she got the wrong Nolan. And if she got the wrong Nolan,
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, didn't you
no,
watch
that's
a
it.
movie?
That conversation's over. We're done now. So anyway,
Ooh.
Because
Well-
what you saw.
You may not find her again. It's the last time you'll see her again.
That's funny.
but that'd be terrible if that. But yeah, she's he's literally. Can you imagine that you direct a great film, and she's talking trash? I'll never.
You're
get
just
those
working out, you know.
I'll never
and-
get those 2.5 hours back. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
doesn't understand it.
I don't mean to be insulting, but I feel that the film Tenet really separated. Excuse me for that. Certain classes of intelligence and certain classes of attention spans. I think there's a lot of people that that I don't really think a lot of people they lack intelligence and aren't smart enough to get the movie. I just think that they weren't as interested in the subject matter, and instead of just saying, "Hey, you know what? That movie's not for me. That's not my style of film or whatever," they are like, "It makes no sense. It's terrible."
Yeah.
No, you lost interest, didn't pay attention.
It just wasn't for you. Yeah.
You don't get it, and you just want to try and trash the movie as opposed to just saying,
Right.
"I wasn't paying attention because it just
Right.
didn't, the subject matter didn't interest me."
Right,
There's a lot
exactly.
of movies look, I'm not a Downtown Abbey person, but I've heard
Right.
Yo Peace is a fan with
Yeah.
his wife
I'm all-
and
I'm
other
all
people,
over it.
Yeah,
and
I
I,
couldn't do it.
based
I
on what
tried.
I've seen
I
and
couldn't.
heard, it's well acted, well filmed,
Yeah.
well performed.
Yeah.
It's just not for me, so
Oh,
I wouldn't bother.
that's okay. And that's okay. I'm
And
not,
odds are if
you're
I
not
watched
trashing
it-
it. You're not trashing it from just watching an episode or here or there. You're not going, "Oh man, you know what? That shit sucks."
Exactly.
You know, you're
Yeah.
not being that guy, because that's
Well,
exactly
I've-
what's happening with.
I've
with
had to
that's
sit-
happening a lot with Nolan movies, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. It's
It's
the
the
new
hate.
trend.
Yeah.
It's the new trend of oh, it's too smart. These
Yeah.
movies make no sense.
Yeah.
I
And
think
they
that's
hate
it.
on his sound design too, which I've never had a problem with his sound. So
No.
I don't know why that's a thing, but
I just think
Yeah,
it's,
that's I went to the movies. There was no problem with the sound
Yeah.
whatsoever in any other movies that
weird.
I ever been
especially
to.
not Tenet.
Yeah,
if anything, the sound design's really. I don't like when we saw Dunkirk and I saw it with Omega. The sound design
Yeah.
was awesome. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the hate, but
Well, we said
my
when,
hearing's really
when we
good.
did our Nolan, so go back and watch our Nolan episode because you'll get which we have to update because that was pre-Oppenheimer. So
Yeah.
since Oppenheimer, it's very possible all three of us that our best of lists have been somewhat possibly affected by that. Even though just the time of day,
Maybe
and
the order.
time of month might have affected my order because I changed that week to week. Depending
Yeah.
on what I most recently have seen. And Tenet always going to be up there for me. And that's the thing with Tenet is and that's why I brought up the example of a Downton Abbey or other films of those type of genres usually aren't the films that interest me. But I can watch one of those and go hey, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I get it. I get the acting. Example, what is it? The King's Speech. Definitely not my
Yeah.
style of film.
Right.
I acknowledged what went into that.
Right.
I acknowledge that's a good movie. Would I
Yeah,
watch it
so
again?
You don't like timepiece.
Absolutely,
You don't like the
exactly.
timepiece.
Yeah.
I do just
Yeah.
that certain era, that certain
Yeah.
time, like the royal
Right, yeah.
family doesn't always
course.
always do it for me. But I will still recognize it's a good movie, just not for me. But that's just the style when it comes to Nolan fans. You just got nah, I didn't get it. It's bad. It's
Yeah.
terrible. It doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
I wouldn't say
they gotta
Nolan
roll that
fans. I wouldn't say Nolan fans.
Yeah, 'cause they weren't
Nolan
fans.
Yeah, no, I mean
know
non-Nolan
exactly
fans. Yeah, that's what I'm
what
saying.
you're getting into from.
Yeah.
Like you want that extra difference of a movie. Like you don't want the same routine of movies, and he's giving you. If you go back, he's giving you all types of movies. Like
Oh, yeah.
It's a spy.
So
it's a
good.
spy
spectrum
genre
of
film.
movies.
Next level, incredible acting, and when we've gotten
Right.
into it, and when that movie first
We've
came
gone
out,
Yeah, we're
in
broken
the
down.
Nolan episode, and
even his worst movies are so good. Like,
yeah.
you guys understand how good the ending of The Dark Knight Rises? Like, how good that
fantastic.
ending is? Like the very last shot
Yeah.
of JGL.
But
Like, oh, man,
specifically
so good.
Tenet, you have to acknowledge the work and the strategy and the sitting down, the time taken to think that through, to film it in one direction and then film it in reverse, and have the actors replay the same role in a different position to make that all come together. It's just
the story is
incredible.
Insane.
And then
the story is insane.
And here's the thing: if you just were interested enough, you get it enough to enjoy that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you really like that movie, you want to see it 100 times so you can catch all the little details.
Right.
And that's what it is. So yeah, granted, but that's the point. Your goal as a director is to make a movie that people want to watch over and over again.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not just one time God. And sometimes that's all a story can get you is a one-time watch. But if you're able to bring a dialogue and a performance and details and things like that, maybe like I want to see that again and again, and it actually be able to give you something different every time you see it because you weren't able to catch it all the first time around. The level of thought and production that goes into that, you have to have respect for that. And so it's just funny that we had that meme and then we're like Tenet because then we were also talking about the most recent Doctor Who's, because that was on a hiatus. Speaking of hiatuses, that as always they take incredible, and it's gotten worse.
It was worth it though. The anniversary episodes were pretty good, especially that second one, man. What is it? Wild Blue Yonder. That one's really good. The one made in space.
And what great acting from, and of course they had
from Donna. Oh man,
from
so
from Tennant and of course from David Tennant and which is Doctor Number 10.
Catherine Tate. Yeah,
and Catherine Tate. They had to play both roles?
Yeah. They're so good together, man. That was always my favorite grouping.
Yeah. They are
favorite Doctor companion. I'm glad they came
well
back.
together, and I will tell you, very clever the whole storyline.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert for Doctor Who fans who haven't caught up on that, it's on Disney Plus. I don't know if Max is going to get it now because it looks like Disney is
Disney's going to get it.
Involved in the production now.
Yeah, Disney's part of their you can see the money.
What
the money in the
that's
in the
the thing. What I kind of for me the extra production value.
Yeah, that's I'm worried about it too. I'm worried about it too.
It's hurting it a little. It's hurting it a little, and I almost I enjoy the lower
they're
budget.
Making it Marvel. It's almost. They even have the what is it the Whoverse or whatever they have in the beginning. It's very Marvel. Like the building they were in looked like Stark Tower. Like
yes, it did. Was it?
That
was
did
it?
look
That
like
same
Starks.
building?
Yeah, it looks like the same building.
Like Starks. Yeah.
I will tell you, I'm a what you call it, Neil Patrick Harris fan. I love.
He was good.
He was great. He was
and
great.
That character was
that's an awesome character.
It was a great character.
Yeah,
he was
awesome.
Great character.
Yeah. And that was a good story. But yeah, of the three that were, because they brought in the new Doctor at the end of the third episode. But of the three, 2 by far was like out of hand. But the first one was great because you reunited them, brought back 10, and he got to be Doctor Number 10. That's what I like about it. He got to be himself again while catching his memories of everything that happened before. And I'll tell you that, and again, spoiler alert for Doctor Who, please catch up. If it's not interesting you, then just take our word for it. But the end of episode 1, dude, I was really getting the feels, man. I was worried.
Yeah.
I'm you're kidding me. They just brought her back to do this. I really thought that was gonna end bad. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow. And the speech he gave, she's like, who would care? He's like, I would.
Technically, they did kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
they did a good job. They did a good job saving, because if she would have remembered everything, she would have died, and that was the whole thing about it. Yeah, they did a good job. But then what MSK said earlier, they gave us closure, and what we never thought we'd get for Doctor Number 10 was a happy ending. Yeah. And what's really crazy about that, because he has an alternate version of him that got a happy ending, but he with Rose, didn't. Yeah. But by him having a happy ending, like he said, we got that in our back pocket. They always have them in the back pocket. David said, "Oh, ratings are going down again." Nope, David said it. Bring it back, or who knows where they go, because this could be a thing now. It's something that's split. It's never happened before. So who says that when he goes to goes to regenerate, he doesn't
Dr.
split.
11, look at that, Dr. 11.
Exactly.
Well, you know what's cool about that?
Two new doctors.
Yeah,
and it kind of becomes like a Hydra thing. For every one, you end up getting 2.
Yeah. Well, what's
you
cool
end up
about
with
this?
Multiple doctors.
What's cool about this is now what they're saying. The theory is the David Tennant one, the 14th Doctor.
Is it me who froze?
Becomes the guy that Matt Smith meets at the art gallery, which he says. Remember, he says, "Oh, you're gonna revisit old faces."
Yes.
And they had that whole scene's like, "Oh, you're you and me, like I'm you or you and me, whatever." They're saying that the 14th Doctor, the David Tennant one, becomes that guy, and then the other Doctor just keeps going on being the Doctor.
Yeah. Well, they also, in fairness, did open that up with I forget the actress's name now from Broadchurch, but her version of the Doctor with the other Doctor, the black female actress. That's another Doctor and then by changing not changing, but. Well, technically changing, writing.
They changed
his origin story, but more like, oh no, there's more detail to his origin story because origin story goes back further than that moment that we first got with, what was it, Clara, right? Where he was a kid and she touched his ankle under the bed and all that. That he was actually adopted. That was his actual family, and he was actually created. They used him to create the Time Lords because he's actually a unique being from somewhere else that predates that, making the Doctor actually even older than that character already was in his original storyline.
It looks like because they're getting back Russell T Davies, which was the old showrunner for New Who, but it looks like they're still using a lot of the last series. Like they brought up the Flux and stuff like that, which I don't know about. I didn't see that season.
Let me
but they're keeping it. They're not changing it. They're keeping all of that.
There was things about it that were good. So they just didn't. Their execution of it all
was a little off. Yeah,
they had a lot of great ideas. Just too much too soon. Not enough here and there. Not the best writing. Not the Just there's a lot of issues. Yeah. To me, it was actually worth watching. Yeah. But it's their weakest since 9. Since Doctor Number 9 and that trajectory that they were on, where it just got because you would always get nervous. Like, 9 was awesome, but he left early, and then Tennant is like. The GOAT, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then from GOAT, you go, but Matt Smith is fantastic. And then from Matt Smith, we're for me, Capaldi's right there with Tennant. Yeah. I loved that Doctor. You know what I mean? He's fantastic. And his relationship, the way they switch off what Matt Smith had with Clara to what he had with Clara, it was completely different. Great writing. Yeah. He had delivered some of the best dialogue any of the Doctors ever delivered. Not making him the best Doctor, but some of the best dialogue and speaking, and they each make it their own. I love that, and it's a smart, growing character.
Even Jodie Whittaker, which was the last Doctor, she was good too. I liked her and the companions in the first series that she did. Yeah. But something about the stories and the way they were written kind of threw me off, and I haven't gotten a chance to go back yet. Yeah. So
I think if who was it that did all of Tennant's what's his name and most of Matt Smith.
Russell T Davies, the showrunner Russell T is back. That's the guy who did Tennant's era.
I think if he would have been, had to work with that with
Jodie Whittaker's
with Jodie Whittaker and that storyline, and then they gave it to him to write it and produce and everything, I think it would have been really damn good.
Yeah, even Moffat would have been.
Yeah, Moffat. Yeah. Actually, I was thinking more Moffat would have probably worked out even better. But there, and what's missing is that too. What Tenet really had a lot of was the introduction of the Weeping Angels, you know what I mean? These villains basically that had punch. And here we go again. They bring in NPH's character, and that character has punch. You know what I mean? It has punch. Where Whittaker, that's the problem she had. None of those villains outside of another version of the Master, whatever.
The Master,
That's what. And what always makes a hero is the villain. It's that simple.
I can see that because I'm actually rewatch. I haven't seen any of her episodes, and we started watching it again. We started watching it from the beginning for her. Villains are really weak, man.
It's weak.
Really weak villains. Yeah. It's more like just side characters.
Which says a lot for Doctor Who.
And you're in the first season of her.
And I still haven't found something. In fact, the last episode I watched, I literally fell asleep and woke up, and I was like, "Are we still here?"
Listen,
and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad episode.
Doctor Number 9, the children, Mummy. Are you my mommy?
Mom, and I still did now. Yeah, I'm trying to get my kid to say that too.
Creepy,
I'm still trying to say it.
I love
genius. The oud. What is it? The oud.
The oud is good. Yeah,
dude, it's some incredible villains written into these stories. I mean, the Weeping Angels. Forget
and
about it.
You literally got like a whole sideshow from that that beginning.
Yeah, with Torchwood.
With Torchwood.
Yes.
You know. I mean,
which that's
whatever. It's
just different. I'll throw it out pre Nerd Says if we don't have something by the end of this episode and we go into the other topics. Torchwood, man, that's actually doesn't get enough credit.
But you gotta watch Doctor Who. I did the mistake. What's crazy is that I saw Torchwood
one before the other.
Yeah, I saw Torchwood on Netflix way before I got on Doctor Who. So the first season of Torchwood, when it ends with the hand of the, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, "What the heck is this?
That makes sense.
What is this?" So watch Doctor Who first,
but
and then
I'll tell you, what was it? Stars, when Stars did the last season of Torchwood, which is the final season, which I think the only two characters carried over to that, which was what's his name? Captain. What's the main character's name from Doctor Who? That goes all the way to Doctor Number 9. Jack Harkness. Yeah, Jack Harkness, and the police officer. I forget her name now.
Yeah, I forgot her name too. Yeah, those are the only two. Yeah,
dude, so those 2 seasons of Stars, but the one with the Day of the Children or whatever I think it's called.
Yeah.
Day of the Children, parts 1 through 5 or whatever. What a crazy storyline.
Arc. Yeah.
And for that time, much darker than anything Doctor Who was doing.
Yeah.
Much darker.
That's the Who-cessity. We should call it the Who-cessity.
For that time during the Who-diverse.
Who-cessity.
The Who-cessity.
Who-universe.
That was very dark storyline. And very dark storyline for the character.
Yeah. That's the theme song.
Huda. And then the logo comes up.
That'd be terrible.
Huda trying to get up.
That's so funny. Yeah, man, I'm worried about Disney, man.
Yeah, dude, Doctor Who needs a trap beat. Anyways,
I'm worried about Disney, man.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that was incredible.
I'm actually excited for Disney.
Echo.
Sorry. Listen,
Echo.
Yeah.
Echo looks good, man.
Oh, Echo.
Yeah, Echo does look good. Hey, they already said it. That Daredevil was part of the canon. Like he's part of it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Disney, bro.
They scrap.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited for Disney. They're about to lose so many rights to so many things. I am so excited.
100 years.
It is time. Listen,
crazy.
Writers of the World.
Steamboat Willie, man.
Writers of the World.
Steamboat Willie horror movies coming out.
It's releasing in March.
Listen,
March
you
and
saw
May.
Winnie the Pooh. You saw what happened to Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Listen, I am so excited. This is over for them.
No, you know what's crazy?
Over.
Get even more excited in a couple of years. The original Batman, the original Superman, public domain. And that's going to be crazy.
Oh.
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, listen, Writers of the World, listen
but there's going to be so many lawsuits.
It is time.
There's going to be so many lawsuits because people are already using the wrong Mickey.
Yeah, they are.
It's already happening. Like day one.
I've seen videos explaining, hey, you could use this one, but not this one.
The funny one is, actually it was on New Year's Eve. I was catching it like 2 days before New Year's Eve. They had announced, which shows how they're the Steamboat Willie horror movies. It's preemptively striking. Like they already filmed it and recorded and shelved it and sitting on it for it to happen. Well, the Wizard of Oz, like 2 days before whatever, also hit the 100 years. Yeah. And on New Year's Eve, I forget. I think it was after a football game or whatever. They're showing I think it's American Idol, a commercial for American Idol, whatever. All Wizard of Oz. Like, why do you think they didn't have to pay a dime? They didn't have to ask any permission. They didn't have to pay a dime to do it, and they already had it going. Like, dude, they filmed this a month ago, just waiting for it.
The irony
of Disney being the one, because they love doing that.
I love it because Disney made their money just off public domain.
Of everything public domain to them is so. I'm so excited.
It's great.
I can't wait. Oh, Donald Duck is coming up too.
Yeah, he's next. I think it's five different characters this year alone.
I cannot wait.
Every year now, it's going to be every year from this point on.
Yeah.
In our lifetime, we're seeing it. Yeah. So many
Donald
laws are going to
Duck
change.
And Howard the Duck together.
This is all
in a movie.
And Daffy
I'm calling it right now. Donald, Daffy, and Howard all together.
Darkwing.
Exploring
the Quackverse.
It has to end in Duck, though.
Darkwing Duck.
It has to end in Duck. So you can't get Scrooge McDuck. Donald Duck.
Exploring.
Daffy Duck.
The robot. What was the robot?
Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck.
All of them exploring their Quack world. Funny. Oh, can't wait.
Howard D. Duck. But it has to be
Disney,
like
man.
Howard D. Theee, like Megan Thee Stallion, Howard D. Duck.
With the multiverse. They're going to do the Duckverse. The multiverse.
Hey, I'm going to tell you now, the What If, Howard the Duck has some pop in that first episode.
Oh, I haven't finished the first What If. I haven't even finished the first one.
What? Dude, What If's good. And especially after Loki. That's what I'm saying.
Loki is very good, man.
Listen, I know MCU has problems. Lots of problems.
A lot of problems.
I'll admit it. But
so
Loki
much problems.
Is fantastic.
I don't think so.
And What If looks good.
I think they should just reboot everything after Loki, and that's it. Because Loki ended perfect. For a character, I think his character arc is up there with Tony Stark.
Iron Man.
It's right there.
You go back and watch, which is actually, okay, it is kind of crazy because you think about it, you go from Thor to Avengers, to Thor 2, to Thor 3, but remember Loki, the Loki in Loki
He's
is
Loki.
He's a different
Avengers.
Loki
is from
Loki.
Avengers.
It's from Avengers, yeah.
So think about his story arc went from only Thor 1 to Avengers. And then he became that guy.
Loki, right.
Into Loki. But the whole thing is that with it being a multiverse and all that and the alternate timelines, we saw the potential for that character to exist because of the growth of the other Loki.
Right.
The core prime Loki from
the original
Loki, his growth through everything showed the possibilities. And in fairness, not to spoil it, please catch up on Loki if you haven't.
Yeah. Hold on, Yopis, have you seen it before you spoil it?
No, but I don't care.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil. I'm just going to say that his growth to where he gets to by the end of this series is because it's a time show. There's a lot of time that actually has gone by, so it's not like it's not 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I was like, this Loki 2 weeks.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot.
It's a lot more time.
A lot of time. Yeah,
but it makes sense. And just when you saw from season 1 of Loki, and that's what I love about it. You want to go back and catch all the little details. And in season 1, they showed what Loki looks like old and how powerful Loki old is and what that version of Loki had gone through before ending up, on what's that called, that plane where they would put all the they send everyone to or whatever. So you just want to pay attention to that, because then when you get to the other Loki and you get a mentality of how things work out, you're like, makes sense. And then
it does make
there's
sense.
Callbacks to
so
dialogue.
Good. And I'm telling you, man,
everything about it's great.
That whole series,
and bringing in this character, the actor from Everything Everywhere at Once, and Indiana Jones.
He's
great.
He's the best guy in that.
He's awesome.
He's so good. I felt the whole time watching Loki season 1 and 2, I felt like either those writers worked on Doctor Who or they're just really big fans of it. Because a lot of those episodes felt very like Moffat era Doctor Who. Like I don't know how to explain it.
I agree 100%.
But like certain things, I was like, man, I feel like I'm watching Doctor Who type stuff.
You could plug in Loki's character with the Doctor.
Yeah,
for a lot of the things that are happening.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So that being said, I think
in the Hoovers.
Well, What If season 2 was a great follow up. I love what they did of every day a new episode. Especially for the holiday week of Christmas and stuff like.
Is that what they did? That's cool.
Every day was a new episode. So I was watching it, every one of them. I walked the dog at 6:30 in the morning, and before going back for a morning nap, I watched an episode, about 22 minutes an episode or whatever. But very well done. Of course, they're bringing back most of the actors that do all the voices. They brought in some new characters, so there's an episode here and there with new characters in the MCU as opposed to just different versions like season 1 did of characters, like Captain Carter's that version of Captain America, or no, they actually brought in new characters into this. But
that's good.
It's very well done, great animation style.
I know one actor they're not going to bring back.
Or maybe they will.
Robert Downey Jr. He's not coming back.
No, he already said he is going to come back. So anyway,
he's going to come back.
No, okay. MSK and I, so Yopi, so we can catch up to speed. We had a little conversation about that, and by now this interview would have aired, so who knows what the outcome's going to be. But we're watching commercials for an interview with a certain actor, and what's funny is that people are memeing it, making it look like the commercials from The Deep and The Boys.
From The Boys. It's from
like
The Boys.
Doing damage control and like reforming and all that. But what's funny is the network and the streaming channel that are showing it is ABC and Hulu. So this is
crazy.
Damage control.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's fired,
but yeah. Yeah, it's and we're not gonna get into any of that.
We're not gonna get into why, but there's a good chance.
I saw the that clip of the person that we're talking about.
Yeah,
and
it feels fake.
It's exactly.
Weren't you waiting for AI?
It feels fake. It feels like a Hollywood
AI voice
movie
to come in or something.
Like a scene.
That is The Boys.
Yeah, it's The Boys.
We are living in The Boys universe somehow.
And everyone's talking. It's like, hey, this looks weird. Like,
but look at him. But look, speaking of, out of the world, like so left field. What I'm about to say.
Aliens of Miami.
Cat Williams.
Oh, I heard it too.
I watched all of that.
Listen,
I watched all of that.
Total left field, but I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, and my wife was like, "Why are you listening?" I'm like, "Because it's crazy."
Are you watching the reaction?
He touched on that.
Did you watch
on that?
Okay, did you watch the reaction?
Hear that?
I haven't seen the reactions, no.
Okay, hold on. So Ice Cube already reacted.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Oh no, I heard what he said.
Watch that. No, not to hear what he said. Watch him talk, and you look like even him. You're like, blink twice if you're okay. It almost looks like a gunpoint react. You know what I mean? It almost, like I was watching, I'm like, dude, this is getting kind of crazy because like what you just said. It's kind of crazy because I think he went off the hinges, but other people's reactions are kind of like being backpedaled. And like
it's backpedaled.
So I'm like, this is kind of validating a lot of the things.
It is. And you know what I love about it? Is Shannon Sharp. He starts off the podcast going, "Hey, how you doing?
You saw how many whiskey shots he was doing?"
Bam! He's like, "Bob, listen, Steve Harvey, this,
dude,
bro." He went off. And I know this was left field, but I heard those 2 episodes.
Shannon started pounding. Pounding. And when she was like, boom, 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 like.
Listen. This is gonna get crazy. His show is gonna be top show right now.
It is right now.
It is, man.
It is
because people are gonna want to go talk and try to. It's the fixing.
Depending on how he monetizes his guests, Calvin's gonna be the most paid guest he's ever had in that podcast, hands down.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna do to keep up.
Man, when he said, listen, when he said that the Steve Harvey show was exactly like Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And I saw Hanging with Mr. Cooper when I was a kid. I didn't see the Steve Harvey show, but when I looked it up, I'm like, dude, it's the same thing.
It's the same show.
It's the same
He's got receipts, brother.
It's crazy.
He's got receipts, and he's
here's the thing. And he was detailed enough. He was detailed enough that now when you watch all the different people who are showing it on podcasts and like that, they're showing the video of exactly what he's saying. Like, here it is from 1998. Here it is from 1999. Here's just like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
I saw a joke that it's like.
Oh. I saw a joke that Cedric the Entertainer did on his set, and then it would show his joke, and then it would go back to a sitcom from the 80s, Designing Women, with the same joke from another actor. And he used the same exact joke. And it's like, bro, Cat Williams he's not lying right now.
He looks crazy.
He's alive. He sounds crazy.
No, and then somebody said, so the guy, the Santa Claus guy, I forget his name now. He was totally backpedaling on his show. And they're all trying to be nice about what you figure. If Cat was lying, they'd be a lot more aggressive in their responses.
100%.
And instead, people are like, "Oh, like it's kind of a misunderstanding."
It's the runaround. It's the runaround. They're doing the runaround.
Well, here's what's funny. I couldn't help it, but like when someone says a lie that's so bad, like, dude, that's an obvious lie. His agent at the time, whatever, was calling like to help him, whatever, and he goes, "Yeah, originally that character even wasn't supposed to be a pimp. He was supposed to be like an annoying guy in the mall. Like his name is Money Mike.
Yeah,
that's a pimp's name. Like, that's not an annoying guy at the mall.
And already, even though he looked like he was scared, Ice Cube already kind of said, yeah, he's not lying about that.
Yeah.
Like, he did help out with the writing. Yeah, the script was there. He did help out with the writing.
What I think we're all not watching.
It wasn't like another person being chosen.
This is very funny that you brought this up out of nowhere, and we all
it's
watched
funny.
it.
I had to.
We
I
all
had to
watched
because
it. That's hilarious.
I watched it last night.
Yeah.
Last night I spent
I
3
saw it
hours
this
of my
morning.
life.
I saw it this morning.
Yeah, I watched the second half last night and the one the night before. And my wife was like, "Why are you watching this?" I'm like, "I need to know. I need to know all this.
I need the whole thing.
I need the whole story." Yeah.
No, and Cat Williams is like he's entertaining. He's an entertaining guy to watch. It's why he made that character.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I'll always remember Cat Williams.
What hurt me in my soul is that's over 20 years ago already.
Yeah.
Friday After Next is over 20
That's crazy.
years
weird.
ago.
Yeah.
That's what hit me right. Hit me right
what's
in the
crazy?
nerd
What's
crotch.
crazy is that I remember Cat Williams the most from him being in GTA 5. Right? In GTA 5, they had Cat Williams' whole set in one of the TV things. Like you'd sit down and watch TV, and they had his whole special on there.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was there. It's super funny that I remember that.
GTA 5 came after San Andreas.
Yeah.
Wait. 5 is the current one.
6.
No, 5 is the current one.
Oh,
6
sorry.
is the one that's going to
4.
come out.
GTA 4. GTA 4.
He meant 4.
4, yeah.
4.
So, but it's because there's one that came out after San Andreas, right? Before 5 or
Yeah, it's
San
4.
Andreas and 5. It's 4, right?
It's 3 San Andreas and 3
That's what it is.
San Andreas and 4. I think.
3 San Andreas
and then 4.
3 Vice City, San Andreas, and then
Exactly. Yeah. 3 Vice City. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he's
and
on 4.
And there's that England one. Speaking, that's the other thing. When is 6 supposed to come out now? 20.
It's 2, and it's funny because I told my brother. My brother's like, "Oh, you're gonna get the PS5 now."
No, I'll get it when GTA. When GTA.
No,
6
I'm not gonna get PS5.
It might be
I'm
a
gonna
PS6.
wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
dive
gonna wait
right into
another
whatever
year
that
and just
has.
get the
Exactly.
the PS6. That's it.
I'll get the PS6.
Yeah.
I'll
just get that.
Completely skip PS5.
Yeah.
No need.
Well, you made the mistake. You should have got the PS4 when it came
make
out.
a mistake. He does this on purpose.
I got it with
He
Red
does
Dead
it on
Redemption. I bought it in a bundle. I got it with Red Dead
But you
Redemption.
got the PS3, not the PS4.
That's right. I got the
3.
PS3.
Yeah.
You got the 3.
Oh no, I got
PS4 at that
PS4
time.
with Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should have gotten PS4 at the time that you went to buy the PS3.
Exactly. Well, GTA wasn't out yet, but
No, yeah.
for PS4, but like a year later, it was gonna.
No, PS4 I got for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that game.
And then I got GTA for PS4.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Online was so bad. Man.
Hey, Rockstar, batting
So
1,000.
bad. But
So
GTA 6,
This episode
has potential.
undoubtedly not sponsored by Rockstar.
I want to drive around GTA 6 and see
I just want to drive around Miami without having to deal with Miami people.
Right.
Like in
straight up
real
Miami.
life.
It's gonna be
in real
It's
life.
straight up Miami. Dude, I love already all the memes.
I'm gonna
are
have
showing
my
actual
my
footage.
scenario.
Yeah, I love that it's already showing actual footage of all the things that are in the
Yes,
commercial.
I've seen that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that guy that thinks he's gonna
Funny. Good luck. Good luck, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took your name from a character of DC. Good luck
Yeah.
you getting any cash from anybody.
He is so helping promote for free. He's even doing more for free for GTA.
He's doing free
by doing
promotion.
that.
Stupid.
By
Go
trying
ahead,
to
Joker.
Look, I'm gonna live my falling down scenario in that game.
Oh.
Just know. Just know that.
Off
And
the
I'm gonna be
pier?
driving like I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
be
go to the
driving
pier?
how I used to go to work.
They're gonna have
because it's Miami.
2004 MSK mode. You have
Yeah.
no AC in your car.
South Beach.
You have no
Yeah,
AC
going
in
to
your
South
car.
Beach to
And
work.
you're in gridlock
Yeah.
traffic.
Oh.
Yeah.
To the pier? You're gonna go to the pier, aren't you?
I'm gonna go. Oh man, I can't wait till that game comes out. I can't wait. It's like you said, we're gonna
There better
live
be-
Miami without.
You know what
actually
we
being
gotta
in
do?
traffic.
You know what we gotta do? All jokes aside, all jokes
Oh, we're
aside,
doing a thing.
we gotta do the bridge of
The Sky Bridge?
no, the Key West bridge.
Oh, the 7 Mile
Wait.
Bridge.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the second one where they blew up
Oh
True
yeah,
Lies.
True
For
Lies.
True
Yeah,
Lies.
yeah.
for True Lies, we gotta do that
That's-
scene.
yeah.
We gotta do
That's
that
really
scene.
good.
We gotta get a limo. We gotta get a limo, and we gotta throw ourselves.
just do the whole
with a
movie.
helicopter. The
Let's
whole
redo the
scene.
whole movie.
We
That
gotta
whole
do
part-
we
the
gotta do
Miami part of the
whole-
movie.
We gotta do the Miami Vice scene.
The Miami Vice.
The Miami
Yeah.
Vice
Yes.
shootout. We gotta do the
Yes.
with Bad Boys 1, 2, and 4, 3. 3 that should be
4, 3
I'm
that
not
was
doing
shot
three.
in Atlanta, but okay.
We're doing 4, which is supposed to be 3. Yeah.
Now, they're gonna do it. They are gonna do something from Bad Boys. Remember how in Red Dead Redemption, there's that scene you go to, not Cuba. Wait, is it Cuba?
And Red Dead Redemption?
In Red Dead Redemption, there's that scene where you go to another island.
I remember that. Yes,
it was
Cuba
like or Panama.
It's not Cuba. I thought it was like a Haiti type of deal.
No, because it's no. I don't remember. It could be.
Was it Mexico?
No, I think it was Panama.
It was like an island.
It was an island, exactly.
It was like an island.
It was like
how would Panama? I don't know.
I don't know what it is. But Red Dead Redemption did a thing with that in the story mode. I bet you they're gonna do a Cuba thing.
Oh,
they probably are
for sure.
Well, they almost did it
with Bad Boys 2, right? One. Bad Boys 2 is the one that does that, where they go to Cuba.
Bad Boys 2, they go to Cuba.
Yeah, they go to Cuba.
Yeah, so they're gonna do it for sure. They're gonna have that scene. Yeah. That, or they're gonna go to Bahamas has to be in it already, in one of the heists or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like they do in this one. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Yeah.
Now that you brought up Bad Boys, remember that meme they were saying, what would you rather pick, Bad Boys or Rush Hour?
Yeah, I take Rush Hour.
I'd take Rush Hour.
I'm Rush
so
Hour
fast.
all day.
So
Rush
fast.
Hour all day.
Which is sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Which is sad.
And mainly because they did that part 3. Like I really cannot stand that movie.
It's bad.
Well, Rush Hour 3 isn't good either, man. But I mean,
it's not as bad.
1 and 2 are so good that it's
good.
Okay.
They're really good.
But
1 and 2 Bad Boys
falls in line
are
with
okay.
Yeah.
See, Bad Boys 2 was okay. Like it had its moments. And that Russian guy was awesome. And then the Cuban guy was awesome.
Jordi Moya, yeah, he was good.
From Blow, he's awesome.
But it just had moments. It wasn't like a great
It wasn't
movie.
the whole movie. Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 1, I mean, all of them. Like, both of them were...
Yeah. Which is when the same jokes get reused. Like,
Well, that's 3, and 3 was just...
I
mean, it has a lot of great moments, repeatable moments.
Well, they did it in Rush Hour 2 with the whole... when he goes into the thing, he goes, what's up, my where he does the Rush Hour one, he goes into the black.
They reversed the jokes.
The first one. Yeah,
so they basically reversed the jokes.
Yeah, he was in China. Yeah, because part 2, because in part 3 that's the one with France. Yeah, part 3 is the one with France and all that.
God,
let's just say I brought that up. I brought all that up just to segue to the new Axel Foley movie.
Oh, but you know what? I bet it's gonna be better than the last one. That Disney World thing, whatever, terrible. But this actually looks good because this looks like the number 1 recipe.
Yeah.
Of part 1 and 2.
If this is good, which I'm a little skeptical. I've seen a lot of good trailers.
It's a Matrix 4 movie too.
I've seen a lot of good trailers. Matrix 4 that are really 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 good. Matrix 4, and they turn out to be.
And they turned out to be Matrix 4.
Worse.
No, it looks good though. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
I'm just they actually had all those actors are still alive too.
I know. It's crazy.
They look so old.
All right, Paul Reiser. Okay, but like the 2 other guys, like
the other guys are still there.
What?
That's awesome.
One of them was already old when I was like in the original. So.
But who's in it? Who's in it?
JGL's in it.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it, and they're bringing back what's his name, Balky.
Yes,
he's in it too, right?
Yes, you're bringing back.
Which he was in.
Yeah, I saw him driving. Yeah, he was driving. He was driving.
Was he in part 1? He was in part 2.
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
he was in part 1.
He goes to meet his friend. He's in the store.
First of all, that first movie is very, very good. Like, that's still a good movie. Yeah. But that third one, man. Oof.
That third one was. Oh, I went to the movies theater.
Yeah, you told it. Yeah, you went to that movie theaters. And that movie theater also. It's
what, part 1?
Part 3.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Part 3 and Mall of the Americas.
Mall of the Americas.
Yep.
I will never forget it. I never forget I saw it in the movie theater.
Listen, I saw Jim Carrey's The Cable Guy there, and I've never went to that movie theater ever again.
I mean, I wonder why.
I saw
in my life. First of all, I was scared to be there. And second, like, no.
But yeah, that's good memories, bro. I got Jump behind that theater.
That's good memory.
Good memories.
That movie, man. That movie theater, I'll tell you.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, I had good memories in that theater because
Because you were jumping people. Because you were jumping people. That would be great. This would be great if you were like the one that actually ended up jumping me that day.
Edit that.
What movie theater did you? What movie? Did
that
you
was
watch?
One of the first theaters that had like multiple theaters. They opened up. They expanded somewhere in the mid-90s to a second side. So they just added like a hallway and then a whole building.
Yeah.
And added 12 theaters. So it'd be like a total of like 20-something theaters.
You can skip so much in there.
So,
no problem.
What you could do, and they added like a concession stand to that side and everything too.
Yeah, to the other side, yep.
They almost ran independently. You had one main entrance, and then your theater was either one way or the other. Cell phones weren't like a common thing at that time.
That mall is weird, dude.
So the interaction and communication between the two sides, not great. So literally, you can easily see a movie on one side, going down that hall, see a movie on the other side, go down the hall, see a movie on the other side. By the time you come out again, they already changed all the shifts of all the employees. Yep. They don't know. You go to the other side.
That's if they cared also.
Yeah. And well, number one, they don't care. Number two, that we didn't have the app and we could,
you didn't have assigned seatings. You didn't have assigned seatings.
So it was just you walk in, you sit. Movies didn't really sell out all the time there.
Nah.
So me and my buddies in high school, we would literally every other month go on a Saturday morning, start at
jump a couple of people by
11:30 a.m. and we wouldn't get out of that theater till like almost 1 a.m. and catch 6 to 8 movies depending. And I remember the first time we did it was Batman and Robin. No, not Batman and Robin. I forget which Batman it was, but it was one of the Batmans.
The first one.
Waterworld.
No, he didn't like that.
Mary Riley.
Waterworld.
Yeah, Waterworld. Mary Riley.
Yes.
The Net with Sandra Bullock.
Oh my god!
What?
That was so dated, by the way.
Listen. When you gotta watch these movies, you gotta go watch these movies. Yeah. Like there was no,
dude.
Yes, I'm watching The Net. Like no problem. Who's in it? Sandra. Yes, I'm in there.
The greatest high because it was before the internet or any of that to like ruin what a thing was. We saw, which is not a movie you usually would run out to go see opening weekend. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
And the only thing the original trailer showed was the Tarantino-ish part of it, which is the beginning part of it.
Right.
Of it's a heist movie with George Clooney.
Yeah.
And Tarantino, and even though it was Robert Rodriguez, like Robert Rodriguez, Desperado, he did a lot of stuff with Tarantino. This could be a gangster movie. This is an action movie. It's fantastic. No clue, and I'm glad because literally the following week the new trailer showed everything. Like, why would you show this? That was the greatest moment. Is the moment after Salma Hayek does the dance and everything. Is like, what the did this movie just turn into? Yeah, and it's like great. From gangster to vampire movie.
Smart.
And Harvey Keitel is awesome in it. Tarantino's awesome, and George Clooney, and it's literally both those movies. Independently are great movies. Yeah, that could have literally stayed a heist movie,
of course,
a getaway movie, and it was great. And that literally from beginning to end could have been a vampire movie, and it would have been great beginning to end.
We didn't bring that up in the Tarantino episode.
Did I bring that one up? No, because he didn't direct it.
I know, but it could have been like a.
But we didn't talk about it because he didn't. Yeah, because
he didn't direct it.
He didn't direct it.
Yeah,
that's why we're only doing. We mainly directed.
And we do a Robert Rodriguez deep dive. Technically, we could have because we did bring up Death Proof, which was part of the.
Yeah.
What was it called? The one that he did Robert Rodriguez. The
Planet Terror.
Planet Terror, and what was that called together? What was there? Remember there were the two movies together.
With Machete.
No, not Machete. Machete was actually a joke trailer.
They were
Grindhouse. It was together. They were Grindhouse. So I saw them both together in the theater. Those two movies together, because that's what they were released as a two film, and then they got it separately, and you could watch one and the other. But Machete was actually a joke trailer that they made for Grindhouse that everyone showed so much interest in. They're like, we'll just make a movie.
The same thing happened to Thanksgiving. It just came out. This Thanksgiving, the movie Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Eli Roth. Eli
Roth. 15 years later, and they made the movie.
Did it. Oh, he's gonna be a MegaCon. He's gonna be a MegaCon too.
Is he?
He's gonna be. Yeah, everyone's on MegaCon.
$400.
Let's skip this. Let's skip this topic. I don't want to talk about
$400. Eli Roth.
There you go. I don't want to talk about MegaCon right man. You know what I love about this podcast? It's this, bro.
We're so off the rails.
We started with we're gonna talk about.
Are we doing the Andrews?
We're not doing the Andrews. This is completely different.
How about that Rebel Moon?
We're gonna do.
Speaking of directors, how about that Rebel Moon? I did.
Have you guys seen
it? Yeah.
Did you see it? I tried watching it. I did the thing that I never do. I had it in the background, so I didn't really watch it.
Which Star Wars do you like the least?
Are we doing that episode now?
Quick question. Which Star Wars do you like the least?
The least.
The correct answer is Rebel Moon. So
That's funny.
So anyway.
Yeah, I saw parts of it. I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't really give it a chance. But the parts I did see, straight up Star Wars. Like, straight up.
There's things about it that are super cool. There is. There's like, again, that's the Zack Snyder curse. He is really good at making great moments.
Yeah.
Cinematography, cool. Scenery, yes. And if he's someone that if like a Christopher Nolan uses Zack Snyder as a tool, you get greatness. But when Zack Snyder just has full control of everything, it's worth watching though. I will tell you that. It's definitely worth watching. I'm hooked enough to see the next two. That's going to be part of the trilogy.
Watch it, to be
is it a trilogy? I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah. It's a trilogy, and Anthony Hopkins is in it.
Is he? Wow.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's a voice of something in it. A lot of good actors in it.
C-3PO?
Yeah. What's funny
C-3PR.
AI.
Something I couldn't help but notice.
C-3PR.
C-3PR, basically, with antlers.
C-3PP.
But he's actually closer to the robot that Tenet does the voice of. No, not Tenet. That what's his name from Firefly and
they're not Jedi's, they're Red Eyes.
The tall one from Rogue One.
K9. What is it? K9, not K9.
Yeah, but the tall one from Rogue One.
The tall one.
Yeah, that it's more similar to that android character, but Anthony Hopkins.
Is it an android? That's
it's an android. It's an android. But and it's a fighting android. It's a combination of the one from Oh my God, you can tell what he stole from, what he borrowed from. It's a combination of the Mandalorian bounty hunter robot. Mm. That's from the first episode of the Mandalorian later. And
who plays Tui Chewbacca?
Dewey Chewbacca.
Who plays Tui Chewbacca?
Dude, the funniest. Let me tell you now.
West Side.
One of the wildest moments is being a Game of Thrones fan is seeing scenes where you have the very first Dario Naharis with the second Dario Naharis together in the same scene. Like, hey, they played the same guy.
Really?
Yeah. The villain from Deadpool and then the other guy. So, but yeah, they're both characters in it. But
you know what? I saw that scene where they killed someone. Yeah, I saw that scene. That's funny.
It's wild seeing them together in the same scene.
Yeah.
But, scenes, because they have more than one scene together. But there's just a lot about it, like...
Well, it was originally his pitch for a Star Wars
exactly.
movie, so.
It's very rushed. Well, dude, there's a Tatooine. I mean, there's a, what you call it? What's the bar in Tatooine?
It's not Tatooine. It's Matooine. That's Tatooine.
But the bar scene from scene, it's like two total. Like it's like somebody was like, "Come on, man." It's like this is why they turned it down.
It was a sword fight.
This was like you pitched them their own movie. Of course they turned it down. I was like, "Yeah, we already made this movie. We made 9 of them." And
top of the tut. Top of the tut. Who was top of the tut in this?
Oh man. Miss Wild, but for me, I actually it was worth watching, and I am gonna watch the next two because really I was like, if I'm gonna check out, I'm done. I'm not gonna watch it.
But you also saw The Irishman, so
that's yes, I sat through that.
So let me ask you a question: Killers of the Flower Moon. Do we have to
don't do that?
Separate? No, I need to know. Are we gonna separate it by episodes?
It'll be a better watch if you do it that way.
Right? Okay.
Well, segueing to the Andrews.
There you go.
Not on my list.
There you go.
Not on my list. Moon? Yeah.
Not on your list.
Not on my list. No. It's gonna be nominated.
I got 2 movies.
Yeah.
On my list, for sure.
Several reasons. Number 1, that story is very compelling. Number 2, I'll tell you what is on my list. The actress. Incredible performance.
Really? The Leo's I don't know
the one who plays his wife. Who's the main character in the main family that the book that Scorsese based on is written from. I just feel that a 1990 Scorsese would have made this movie incredible.
He would have killed it.
He would have killed it. And Nolan would have had a big run for his money for for the Oscars and Andrews for Oppenheimer, but the execution, Leo was great because Leo's always great.
He's always awesome.
Yeah, I think that for the masses, a lot of people probably didn't enjoy Leo because this is the weakest character he's ever played.
Really?
And the thing is that everyone, especially when you're a Leo fan, even when he's played a villain, he plays a powerful, strong villain. He doesn't play a weak guy. This guy's like a total weak
maybe
scumbag,
that was his exploration of
no. I like it. It's great
he's
acting.
Not the main character.
There's just the novice. Like I'm saying, us who appreciate performances.
Yeah.
He might get nominated too because incredible performance. Yeah. But for people who are a fan of Leonardo DiCaprio, they'll be like, those are going to say it's a bad performance or a bad role or a bad movie because they just don't like seeing him in that role.
That's what I see.
How often do you see Tom Cruise play those roles? You know what I mean? And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Why? Because usually when they put Tom Cruise in a movie, they're trying to bring money. They're trying to bring Tom Cruise fans to the theater. And Tom Cruise fans don't want to see Tom Cruise play a weak character.
Yeah.
You know, and
which he can play that,
which
character,
he can, and he has, but usually he's not the main character in the film. What was that one that's really good? Magnolia.
That was the one he should have won the Oscar for.
Yes. Yeah. But that's also the thing with that. So no, but there's as a movie as a whole, it didn't pack that Scorsese punch. And when you do the research, it could have. And I think that he's just too old.
Scorsese's just not there anymore.
And too paranoid.
It's not that he's not there anymore. It's that he's not in this era. It's not his era. And you get that movie, you said, coming out in another place. Maybe
he
should have made it like it was his era. That's the problem.
He's not executing.
He's not being himself. He's not being himself.
He's not being himself. Maybe he's getting too much input from other people that are surrounding him right now that are younger.
He is,
and are probably screwing him up because. Listen, you have to go back and do you be the Scorsese of the 90s. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see. Those are the movies we want to see. Don't give me all this new. Let's try this new. No. Stick to what you know. And I feel I agree with you in that aspect.
That being said, it's better. Right. It's better than The Irishman, though. I will other words.
Is it better than The Irishman?
It's an easier watch.
And not that it's bad. It's just rough, man. It's rough to watch.
But same thing. Easily 30 minutes could be shaved off.
Yeah.
Which is problematic. So same thing. You're better off watching it at home, watching it not 4 parts, 3 parts.
Yeah.
And you'll be good.
It's the opposite of Oppenheimer. Actually, Oppenheimer should be a miniseries because I wanted more. I wanted more of that second half.
They could. I'll tell you right now, FX does so many of these shows of when they did the Versace thing.
Yeah.
What you call it? Now they're doing the what's his name? That crazy reporter in the 60s and all the wives of the ex-presidents and governors and stuff. They're doing a thing with that. Then they did the feud between the 2 actresses. They do that a lot on FX. They can easily have done a Oppenheimer series.
Yeah. That second half could have been a whole other thing. So good. That's one of my nominations for the.
That's definitely top at the end.
So good.
I don't see anything dethroning that.
Hey,
for best
what about
film.
that Oppenheimer? Anybody understood that movie? I want my hours back.
I didn't really get that movie. Screw that movie.
Oppenheimer.
Dude, everything. I don't understand why the black and white and the color and the black and white and the color
Hey, you know what movie I'm gonna nominate for the Andrews?
Barbie.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I heard it was.
Barbie's gonna get nominated.
It's gonna get nominated.
Oh man, I can't believe I cannot believe Peaches did not get nominated for best original song.
What?
I cannot.
Right.
Well, yeah, the Oscars hasn't come out.
No, it's not even. It's not even in contention. It's not.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be there.
Dude, that should win.
It should win.
That should
win. Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win it, Billie Eilish is gonna win it for Barbie.
The Barbie one, yeah, of course.
That, or they're gonna slap her in the face and give it to Dua Lipa, or to Nicki Minaj and Spice Ice.
Hey, so I was late to the party to this movie. I was super late to the party of this movie.
For which one?
I am going to nominate Across the Spider-Verse because that thing was amazing. So good.
Hands down.
Yeah.
So good. I didn't see it until it got on Netflix last month.
It's winning best. Oh, maybe not best animated. It should though. As good as Ninja Turtles is, that's at a next level.
Well, Ninja Turtles was the animation was very, very good. Yeah.
That's gonna be a hard.
But
those two movies gonna have a rough go.
Spider-Verse has better
it can
story.
Go to either or. It can go to either
animation wise, it
and
can
I wouldn't
go either
be
way.
mad. I wouldn't even be mad. Animation.
The only reason why I lean towards Spider-Man is one reason, because it does what a lot of sequels can't do, just as good if not better than the first, which is hard because the first is so groundbreaking that they managed to up the ante where like, okay, and like example, everyone says Godfather 2 better than Godfather 1. Godfather 2 wasn't setting up Godfather 3. Godfather 3 should never happen. But it wasn't setting up.
Thank you for saying
Cross is literally setting up the next one. It would be like saying Matrix, Reloaded, the best of the sequels when it's complete. It's like, no, it even ends with a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was stupid.
But then this one does that and it still manages to be a full, complete
Oh
film.
man, it's such a good movie. I was watching it. I was watching by myself on Netflix when it first came out. Like 1 a.m. in the morning, I was like this. What is going on? No, it's
so good.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
It was
and
amazing.
all the callbacks. What's amazing is then go back and watch Spider-Verse again, Into the Spider-Verse, and then watch that again. Like all the callbacks that they do between the two films, just
and the story, like
everything about it. Everything. And no, and just the whole first like 25 minutes before the. I love that about a movie when they open up, like, which Nolan does that a lot. I get like 25 minutes of movie before. Oh yeah. Title of the movie. Like, what? Like that was the intro, and it's the whole Gwen Stacy
different styles
storyline. You know what I mean?
So
the whole
good.
Gwen Stacy origin story, like more detailed and story.
Yeah,
that's not only a good animation, man. That's a good film. Like
Spider-Punk
is well done.
Freaking awesome, dude. Spider-Punk is probably Obi Brown. Obi Brown had the AM, had the PM, dude. He's freaking fantastic. He's like he's the Lenny Kravitz, Billy Idol. Merging Spider-Man. He's such an awesome character.
He's good, man.
And just all his. So when you hear, what is it, Cockney? What is it called? Cockney that he speaks, or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is like a coding. He's telling you the whole movie as it goes.
He is.
Of what's happening and what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then I love that character, all the little details, all the little things he's doing to help Miles throughout the way, or because
he's collecting things. He's like collecting,
and you see it in the background and the and Donald Glover with Prowler.
Yes, as a Prowler, that was very good.
That was pretty dope.
It was the best
and all the
multiverse movie of the year. I should say best multiverse movie of the year.
Which that's another movie that dropped a hint about the different realities in the MCU, because they actually called the Spider-Man No Way From Home. They gave it a number.
Yeah, which is off to me. But
it's technically not, because supposedly there's like a whole Feige thing going on with that. He's like doing that, like, in other words, he told them, but then I want to deny that he told them, because Loki also dropped a number for Quantumania, and it's not
Doctor
a matching
Strange
number.
It's all mixed up.
It's doing what my theory was, that we haven't been getting the same universe anymore. They've intentionally be giving us different universes and different films.
Yeah, we intentionally been seeing the shitty universe, and then
some of the shitty and some of the more current. So they're playing with that, which is cool.
Yeah,
but
some of the universe has good CGI, the other universe doesn't have good CGI.
Apparently, that's the difference in the universes. Look at the timing on that. Patrick Stewart now like crapping on the way they filmed. Which big shot,
but I agree with
multiverse. It, man. Yeah, you know what? And it does feel like that. When you go back and watch the scenes, like, it does feel like no one was in the room together.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Which is they gotta get away from.
I'm not gonna talk about the Doctor Strange. That's like a
mosquito right here.
But and Ant-Man, it was entertaining, but.
You know what? Speaking of mosquitoes, that's what they got to do in GTA 6. You have to get meds for mosquitoes biting you.
Stop it!
You got to get mosquito spray. That's one of the things you can get.
You die when you're in the Everglades.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of Central Florida in that too, by the way.
Dude, let me tell you now. If they don't have that churro guy on the freaking corner of 104th and 49th, on 49th, I'm gonna be pissed. Because that's right there, churros. Dude, they have to have Flocka and Bum Eat Your Face.
Jesus. They have to have aliens. Hey, what's going on with the aliens over there?
Dude, what is that?
I heard there's aliens in Miami.
What is that?
So
they're gonna put it.
I heard they were having a
aliens in the Miami mall.
Well, because it was 200 and something police officers to handle kids starting.
Yeah, trouble. That's normal.
That's a normal Friday night.
It was Malls of America. Anyway.
It was Malls of America, yeah. That mall's still there, isn't it?
I'm sure it is. Man, I gotta get it.
So,
What else,
Best actor, I'm gonna say that it's going to be.
Are we only gonna stick to
Cillian
film?
Murphy.
Are we only gonna stick to Oppenheimer? Or
let me tell you now, Tom Hiddleston.
Cillian Murphy is gonna win Best Actor.
Oh yeah, we're doing the Andrews, so it could be film and television. You're right.
But are we gonna separate the categories, or are we gonna put them as just Best Actor?
I'm putting everybody together.
Dude,
Cillian Murphy.
Tom Hiddleston's up there.
Tom Hiddleston's up there.
Oh, but you're doing a TV show.
Yeah, we're mixing it up.
We're mixing it up. Andrews.
It's the Andrews.
Yeah. Andrews or the Curtises. No, this is the Curtises. This is the Curtises,
or is
which will lead into the Andrews.
Right, this is the Golden Globes. Lead up. This is our
Golden Globes lead into the Oscars. This is the lead up. So in this one, it could be Tom Hiddleston. Well, for television, I think it's definitely Tom Hiddleston.
Man, I wish I could add Skarsgård in there, but Andor came out in 2022, so I can't add that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Andor came out in 2022.
It's been that long already?
Yes, it's been that long, man.
Get out of here with that.
But I watched that episode so much that it feels like it was.
That's why I say.
Guess who hasn't watched it yet?
Man,
no peace.
Man,
you know what I did see again?
Man. I like that. Barbie.
No,
Oppenheimer.
Not Barbie.
Downton Abbey. Dunton.
Actually, I'm rewatching that. I'm not even gonna take that back. No, we saw the movie. We actually saw the Andor movie.
Rogue One.
Watched it.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he broke his son's traumatized.
We saw it.
His son is traumatized.
Listen to me. We saw it because my daughter still had not seen it. And she saw it this time around.
And what'd she think about it?
And she loved it. She did not cry. She loved it. And my son...
Of course she did not cry. He cried again.
He cried again. Yeah, of course she did.
That is his favorite movie.
Ever.
I'm a proud deal. Which is crazy because your son really likes Jedi and lightsabers. So for his favorite to be one without lightsabers is wow.
I think it's because he saw the pricing of Hayden Christensen for MegaCon that he got so mad.
Yeah.
That, no, I'm not gonna like this anymore.
He literally says this is literally his favorite movie. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. He's maturing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So show him.
Of course, your daughter didn't cry. She doesn't cry. She's the ice queen.
Yeah.
She does not cry for movies.
We gotta find a movie for her to cry.
Well, she has to balance the force because Mrs. Yopiece is too much and the boy sometimes is too much. So the balance to the force is Ali Padme, but Ali's Palpatine. Ali Palpatine.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare in a couple years. But anyways,
man. Are we gonna do a Star Wars episode ever?
Yes.
There's so many things we gotta talk about.
So here's the thing: we're gonna have for people listening to this episode, we're gonna have an episode with some Star Wars celebrity guests. We're gonna have a Q&A panel.
Good segue.
With a couple of Star Wars people. A good friend of ours, Dimitri and Artisher, they're both background actors, stunt actors, main cast actors as well, in all the shows. We're talking about Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka, all that good stuff. So that's going to be the Sunrise Comic-Con, Saturday, March 2nd. If you're in the South Florida, Broward County, Sunrise, Florida, again, Sunrise Comic-Con. But that's going to be an awesome panel because they do not just Star Wars stuff. Like Artisher's in, they both have done Westerns and stuff together. Artisher's an equestrian stunt actor as well, so he's like in John Wick. Wow. He's in the John Wick where we were talking about earlier. Cool. The horse riding scenes. He works in that. He's in both Avatar movies for scenes where they're riding horse-like animals, stuff like that.
Yopis loves Avatar.
Yeah, he's in A Dark Knight. He's in a lot of stuff. He has, and he tells some great stories of things that have happened on set and different stunt stuff. And he's gonna be a good time. So we'll have them together. We'll Q&A panel with them, and that should be a lot of fun. And then we're also going to, in that same day, we're going to have a Dragon Ball Z voice actress, Elise Bowman, and other stuff. But we're going to do some stuff soon. Rory Ross, check him out. Also in The Mandalorian, we'll have him on. And we're doing an in-studio thing with him as well as Stephen Constantino, which is the OG Gamorrean guard from Return of the Jedi. And we're also going to have Susanna Malik, who's one of the Jawas in both Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian. And I think Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. Not 100% sure. I got to check on that. But so yeah, we're gonna have a lot of Star Wars stuff coming up, definitely, and we'll line something up for May the 4th, for sure. We gotta
do a big episode.
Yeah, we gotta do a May the 4th thing.
No Star Wars.
It's been too long. Maybe it's just me building a whole Lego set.
Yeah,
I'll just Twitch it. 12 hours.
I got an X-wing back here that I haven't even finished. It's right there. I haven't even finished it.
I have the sky. The one from the Mandalorian. What's the first one? The first ship that he had. What was it called? It had a name.
Oh yeah. I forgot
it. In a box somewhere. I gotta build that. I saw someone online the other day building the Millennium Falcon, but like that real big one. That's like 12,000 pieces or something like that.
That's a lot, man.
Insane.
That's a lot. Wait, so you haven't seen Ahsoka yet, Yopis?
Yopis has not. Wow. No, of course that's the sound of has not seen it.
That's so the problem is he also hasn't wanting to watch.
He also hasn't seen Rebels. He also seen like all the stuff building up to that. So he's kind of just gonna dive into it. But I'll tell you right now, the pricing for Hayden Christensen at MegaCon makes me want to pretend that he wasn't so damn good.
He was good, man. He was
in Ahsoka.
Yeah,
but
he was so good that the ending was kind of a letdown because
the pricing of Ian McGregor is so bad that I want to acknowledge how terrible Obi-Wan Kenobi was. With the exception of that
fight scene was
that fight scene. Yeah, that Darth Vader. Which again, I'll tell you, man, Hayden Christensen on fire right now. Is I personally wasn't a huge his version of Anakin fan, but what he's done since, especially in Ahsoka. Because
it's closer to the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars, and I like that version of Anakin.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic, man. And really hoping. Wait till you get into the storyline. It's gonna hurt skipping all the Rebel. You should watch one of those YouTube videos that kind of just like catches you.
Watch the main episode of because Rebels is kind of
There's some
episodes that's hard.
Yeah, about the lore of Jedis and the Force and stuff like that. That's kind of just going to come out of left field at you. Yeah. But and that's another actor who passed away last year, man. 2023 was relentless, man. Is the actor from Rome, and I forget his name now.
Oh man, he was good in Ahsoka.
And that character is fantastic too.
Yeah.
So they got to recast, and it's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? But he's in a lot of good stuff.
They're throwing around Leif Schreiber now for a replacement. Is the idea?
I got to hear him with a British accent.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. I just got to hear him with a British accent to see if that
works.
That bill. But yeah, we man, and that was like right when it was airing, like right before it aired.
Yeah, right before
that happened.
What was his name? He was in Rome, right?
Yeah, and Punisher Warzone. He was the Punisher in that, and he was the villain in. Wasn't he in a season of Dexter?
Was he in a season?
I think he was in a season of Dexter also.
Ray Stevenson. Yeah, let me check it out. Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, he's played a villain a bunch of times.
Yeah, he was in Punisher Warzone. You're right. Rome. Yeah, he was in Thor. Oh, he was in Thor.
That's right. He's in Thor 1, 2, and well, he gets what's her name? Hela, the sister kills him.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that was kind of a nothing scene in in Ragnarok. She just shows up, boom, sword through the chest. Like, hey, show up.
He was in the Book of Eli. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies, man.
He was in the Book of Eli. I don't remember that.
Yeah, but his top three, Rome is. It looks like he was.
Rome is so good. Yeah, his performance in that is incredible.
Yeah, Black Sails also looks like.
Yes, he's Blackbeard in Black Sails, and he's fantastic in that.
So he was really good in Ahsoka. That sucks.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely do a Star Wars thing, a couple Star Wars things this year. Yeah, we can't help it. It's a great franchise. I mean, there's a lot of things going on with it, but the series on Disney Plus for the most part,
man.
Andor, Rogue One,
Andor's so good. Andor's the best one.
Now that you guys did Rogue One again, now you gotta get on Andor. You guys gotta.
That's the plan.
By yourself, man. Just watch it by yourself. Watch it by yourself.
That's the plan.
Just do it.
Skip ahead of the family.
Just skip ahead.
See what happens.
They don't care about it.
Just do it. Just pretend like you didn't have. It's like, oh wow, I have not seen this before. This is
brand new.
You know, being me will be like, ooh, what's this? What's this part right here?
Listen, what you could do, and I would suggest it, is just watch every 3 episodes as a trilogy.
Oh my god, that dude was on Vikings. I forgot he was on Vikings.
That's right, he was. He was the one that would come. He was the one that would come.
Yes.
No, that was the other one. He was
no. He was Othair.
Yes,
that was his name.
Yeah, that's right.
What season was that?
Season 4, I think. Right.
Oh, that's probably when I checked out. Yeah,
it's a later season.
Yeah.
Yes, he was in Vikings.
Or mid season 3. That's right, because they didn't do season 4.
That's why I checked out. It was so hard
separating midpoints.
I hate that.
Yeah, speaking of midpoints, now Invincible Picadillo is in hiatus. They don't know when they're going to release the 5th episode. Oh man, Picadillo's good.
Yeah.
Spaghettios good. Had it for dinner last night. No.
Amazon Prime is getting really well. It's mostly their superhero stuff.
Apple TV got some good stuff too.
Jack Reacher was good. Yeah. I'm on the 5th episode of that.
I watched that. Oh yeah, I'm on episode 3 of season 2 of that.
Of season 2, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's leading up. It's a slow burn.
He's such a good Jack Reacher, man.
He's good, man. He's really
here's
good.
the thing: when you read the depiction from the books, like what did they do? Like Tom Cruise, is a great actor.
But it's not. Jack
What
Reacher.
casting was that? When you read, he is the description from the book. There's like a 1.5 size difference, about 100 pounds. Okay. Like, dude, there's so many things different between characters. From the short guy.
Yeah, I know. He can do that. He can do that. But
look, with all the characters that Tom Cruise already plays that are Eli Hunt, is already.
Ethan Hunt,
Ethan Hunt, is already from like Minority Report and Edge of Tomorrow and everything. Just cast the character the way he is. And the way he is that a big, brawny.
Bro, he is huge.
Huge. You see the episode where he kicks the car and the airbag?
Yeah. Oh, and that guy was in The Wire, by the way. That
that's The Wire. Dude, I love that the phone conversation. He's like, "What did he hit it with? His foot." He goes, "What?" And what else? Nothing. He just kicked it.
Dude, and I tell you what, everyone online they're basically saying that he could be a good Batman for the James Gunn.
Let me turn out. I know you guys. Look, you guys would appreciate it if you just watch the origin story of Hawk and Dove from Titans, because he plays Hawk in Titans.
Oh, does he?
Yes. And let me turn out, that is one of the darkest origin stories I've ever seen of any, and that includes The Boys, that includes Umbrella, because I'll go off script from the MCU and DC. It is such a dark storyline that I know is not from the comic books. There's no way that's what the comic books had with Hawk and Dove for their storyline. But not just the acting of the character who plays Dove. She's incredible in it too, but his character as Hawk is such a wild version of Hawk, but he's actually good because when he plays as Hawk could not all be Batman. Yeah. But him in a Batman, because I think they're talking about for Brave and the Bold, right?
Yeah, for Brave and the Bold.
For Brave and the Bold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Big, brawny.
He's like the Ben Affleck type Batman.
The physical accurate version of Batman. And supposedly we're getting some good info about the Arkham. Again, they're talking about the Arkham series they're going to do on Max because they're starting to work on the Batman 2. And apparently James Gunn's green lighting, a lot of that stuff. The previews for the Penguin look pretty good.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good. And he's great. Colin Farrell as a Penguin.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be good stuff too. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to be another wild year unless another strike kicks in.
I mean,
we kind of for the viewer, we kind of use time to catch up.
We needed time to catch up.
That's exactly what I want.
Still not caught up.
I want more.
No, I ended up watching Jack Reacher, which is a brand new show, and I have like 7 other shows that
you still haven't jumped on. Yeah,
and I still haven't jumped them. Yeah, but Jack Reacher's good.
I'm hearing this one's good too because I was watching an interview with Roy Kent. He's one of the head writers for that series on Apple with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I heard that's very good.
And what is it? Shrinking.
I heard it's super good.
And everyone says it's fantastic.
I just saw Roy Kent.
Thor, Love and Thunder. Hercules.
In Doctor Who.
In Doctor Who.
With the female.
Oh, he was in an episode?
That's right.
Jodie Whittaker?
That's right.
What episode was that? Was that the spider episode? That's episode.
No. It was a really bad one.
Sucks.
Yeah, it was.
It was the one that they're in space and they're going to. There's like a creature eating.
Oh, it's the only space episode of that season, by the way. I know which one you're talking about.
It is. Yeah,
it's the only space episode.
Doctor in there.
Yeah,
he's like a doctor in there.
What
a bad episode.
That season, man. And it sucks because the companions are good, the dog's good. It's just the episodes are flat to me, man. I don't know.
You think they bring Ted Lasso back?
No, please, let it be.
It's good, man.
It's perfect.
Let it be.
It's perfect. Let it be.
I'll tell you, MSK told me one. We're so off the rails. I don't even know what this episode's about.
I don't even know what
this episode's about. It's about WhatEvs.
WhatEvs. Yeah.
Tenet.
WhatEvs.
Tenet.
That's a perfect title.
WhatEvs. Tenet.
Yeah.
In there.
WhatEvs.
MSK is gonna be so mad. I'm sorry. MSK is gonna be so mad when I tell him that my program stopped recording, And we're probably gonna have to use the audio from.
Oh no, I don't even care anymore.
Stop that right now.
We're gonna
No,
use
it actually happened.
Did it actually happen?
Yeah.
Press record again right now. Press record again right now.
I already did.
You
all right,
son
did
of
you
a...
save the
All
other
right,
one?
well, you're gonna have like 40 minutes of blank.
Did you save the other one? Of no yo piece. 40 minutes of no yo piece.
Oh, that is amazing.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the future, guys.
Don't worry, the first 20 minutes my AC was on. Anyways, and then I remember to turn it off. And I know it's starting to get a little warm in here. What was there's a series with Rob Stark and Nick Jonas's wife. You had mentioned it.
Yes, and
where they get their memories wiped.
Citadel. I didn't finish it.
Well, here's the thing with that. I want to watch it, and the reason I want to watch it is because when you see a trailer, they clean it up. You don't see everything that's in a show. But there's this series in England called Gogglebox where it's just people. It's reality TV, and I was flipping through the channels, and I caught it, and it's because when I watched it in England when I was over there visiting my uncle and stuff. It's like a big show over there. So they're like, oh, this is that thing. And what it is just people sitting on a couch and they're watching like either the news from the day or a show or a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's like different people. Like it's like a husband and a wife, and then it's like a mother and a son, and it's like two brothers and like their reaction to stuff. But what they're all watching is that show, The Citadel.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the first episode or whatever it is. It's in the middle of this whole train scene that's going on. You know how much I love Bullet Train.
Yeah,
but,
first episode.
Dude, I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, it's got like a kind of a James Bond like vibe to it. But when they start shooting and killing each other and the fight scenes, I'm like, dude, this is some Bourne Identities. I mean, like, it is graphic, but like intense, and like the dialogue is awesome. I'm like, this is freaking. I'm watching like, screw this. I need to watch it. And I remember like, I think this is the one MSK told me about. Yeah. And sure enough, when I Googled it, like, I didn't know what the name of it was because they didn't show what it was. And I just went, okay, Game of Thrones, Rob Stark, and I figured it would be one of the most recent things he's in. And I go, that is the one MSK told me about. Citadel.
That first episode's so good. It's the Russo brothers that produced
that. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think the reason why I haven't gone back to it is because I don't think it got picked up for a second season. But I might do it because that first episode was really good.
So the whole train scene, that is the first episode.
That's the first episode. Yeah,
Good. Yeah, because I was like, wow. I was like, I hope that wasn't like the last episode. You know what I mean? I'm jumping straight to the. But I was like, it looked intense. I was impressed.
The premise of it is pretty cool.
What's that on? Is that an Amazon?
That's on Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, I gotta check that out. That looks wow. So the Andrews, they're Curtises.
The Curtises. Watch Foundation. That's a good Curtis.
I want to get on that one. I was watching a thing about Severance. That's supposed to be coming back.
I heard Severance was good. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
So, Apple TV's coming up too. Apple TV's coming up.
I just saw recently. It was that Mark Wahlberg one. I saw it over the holidays.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, did you guys get that notice from Netflix about sharing?
No.
They already started it.
Oh yeah, actually we did. I'm sorry.
You mean the household thing?
The household thing.
Yeah, we did. We got it.
Yeah. Still on that last.
End of an era.
Yeah, they're of course, and they're raising their prices now too.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of Jack Sparrows out there now on the internet, if you get what I mean.
GR. That's the app. I'm gonna open my own app for do that. It's called GR. GR. How many of you be using the GR app to watch your shows from Netflix?
That's funny.
Yeah.
What? So Citadel.
Citadel. Well, it was probably the top show. It might have been Loki finished before the year ended, right?
Yeah. Loki finished.
I'm trying to think. Okay, well, Gen V was also really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
I'm trying to think for top show of 2023.
Man, The Last of Us.
Oh, that was 2023. The beginning.
The Last of Us. Yeah.
Let me turn out. That's a hard. We got to really sit down and think that one through.
The Last of Us.
But right now, it's just the nominees. So that's definitely okay. For just nominees as of right now, Last of Us, Loki, Gen V, for sure.
Gen V. The Office rewatch.
Ahsoka's up there. The Office rewatch. Ahsoka's definitely up there.
I wouldn't say definitely. I think half of Ahsoka is up there.
Yeah, you had a couple. Yeah, I wouldn't put Mandalorian up there. As much as I really liked
Was that this year?
That was this season, yeah. That was this year, earlier this year. But that was
you know what the problem was?
That Jack Black Lizzo episode, and not particularly because of them, but because of the whole sword thing, like the dark saber. Like it's
because the first 2 seasons were so much better.
Yeah.
But
there's things that were awesome. Like, I mean, the first couple episodes, I mean, especially with Moff Gideon and Mandalore and all that. They had
some cool stuff. The problem is my
if I'm going to nominate for best series for the season, it wouldn't be Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, it's just my expectations after Andor is like, up now. It's up.
What would be, because the bar is low, what would be the best superhero movie of 2023?
Isn't the bear
across the Spider-Verse? Across the Spider-Verse.
Isn't the bear part of
so we would take it away from animated? I like that because then Ninja Turtles takes animated hands down.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, Across the Spider-Verse is the best superhero. Yeah, because other?
Blue Beetle was all right.
Blue Beetle was okay. I like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, it was okay.
I haven't seen Aquaman. I really like the Flash. I mean, they had a lot of problems with it.
I didn't really like it. Was
there's things about that I really liked, but Shazam was
nah. They didn't give me what I wanted. They can.
Best.
Oh no, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, of course.
Best kid on a skateboard scene for Shazam. That kid, man.
Wait, is the bear part of that? Wait, is Picard season 3 part of that?
Picard.
Yes, Picard.
Yes,
season 3.
I think that's going to end up winning.
I think
too.
that's up.
I think it's going to end up winning too. Wow.
I enjoyed Picard season 3 more than any Star Wars show this year.
God, that was so good. That was so good.
For sure. I enjoyed Picard season 3 more than most Star Trek seasons.
So
Picard season 3 was
so good. That was so good.
And it did fan service, but it was like perfect. Man, yes, good.
Picard season 3 is definitely nominated.
Good job. It's Loki, Last of Us, Picard season 3. I mean, that's a good lineup.
It's starting to stock up.
Only Murders in the Building.
Yes, I haven't
finished it. I haven't.
So I don't know. I gotta wait.
Yeah,
I gotta wait. It was really good. I love last season, but I didn't.
It was really good. This season was really good.
Last season was funny.
Oof. Yeah, I like the Gen V. Gen V is really good.
What else, man? That's crazy.
Gen V is really good.
So wait, you said Guardians for superhero movie?
Oh, Black Mirror.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but yeah.
Did you see that with Black Mirror? What's crazy with that, especially now? So you guys, did you guys see the first episode, right? The
no, I haven't.
Yopis has, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just to give a note without really spoiling, but there's a whole thing in the first episode that you said about the AI. There's a thing they did. They really did it, which is there's a whole thing about a show on there where, like, what they don't call it Netflix, they call it something else, but it's Netflix. So it's Netflix being totally meta, where
Internetflix.
Yeah, where people were used on billboards promoting the show, and it was named about them.
Yeah, that was real. Yeah.
And it's a whole thing exactly about the user agreement with Netflix.
Yeah.
We all agreed to it, and that's not a joke. Those were real people who didn't get direct permission to put them on a billboard for this thing. And when they tried to sue, they straight up, nope, you agreed to it.
Yeah,
wow,
real life.
That was real
life. And then they did it in the show to really throw it in everyone's face.
That's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix in the
that's
show,
meta.
And then they did it.
That's the meta. That's the meta.
So meta. It's like
that's
hilarious. Crashed the Matrix, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, those are actors on the billboards. It's like those actors on the show. Like, no, they did it in real life.
Yeah,
too. Like,
wait,
Matrix 4.
Ted Lasso season 3 was last year.
It was last year. Yeah, was this? Yeah, you're right.
Was this? Yeah, it was 2023.
2023. Yeah.
Okay, that's why they break into categories. So we're gonna have to sci-fi.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's
comedy.
Well, that
drama.
That Godzilla show I heard is really good.
Monarch. But luckily,
I heard Godzilla -1 is the best.
I think yes, I'm hearing that too. That's like the best Godzilla movie ever.
Yeah.
Which the bar has dropped significantly just by releasing the trailer to that Kong X Godzilla thing where
it's okay. I'm still gonna
Godzilla's running like a track star. You seen that? What is that? Why is Godzilla running like this? Since when?
Stop.
Since when did Godzilla go from this to this? Like straight up. Like just running with hands.
You know the guys that did Godzilla -1 were like, we got to release this now.
Yeah,
that's obviously no longer Andy Serkis doing King Kong, right? Like that's like Didn't Andy Serkis do King Kong and Skull Island or whatever?
Did he? No,
I could have sworn he did.
No, you're confusing it for the man. That's
hold on. You sure for Skull Island? I could have sworn he
did. Stop.
No, I know he did it for Planet of the Apes too, but I think he did it for.
Oh, there's a new Planet of the Apes movie coming out.
Yeah,
that looks good.
Dope.
Yeah,
One Piece was last year. That show was good.
That's right. That was. I'm midway through it.
One Piece is good.
That's good.
I never watched about one. I know there's a million episodes for the
Dude, I don't need to know anything about it. You just gotta watch that. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. You guys watch Squid Games?
The game show, Squid Games?
No, of course not.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. No, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Minus the murder. Minus the murder of it. No, I had that as background noise. But the episodes I did watch, they were pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I refuse to sit there and watch reality TV.
Why is that going to be 5 years for them to release it, the second season?
I don't know. First of all, why is there a second season?
Why is there a second season?
Let's start with that. Has anybody seen that Scott Pilgrim one?
No, not yet.
I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, we got to start wrapping this up. It's getting kind of long.
Yeah.
It's long form. This is like 3 episodes right now. Just jumping around. WhatEvs
episode 1 and 2.
Tenet. Curtis-ish
spice
it up.
WhatEvs,
if you Tarantino
this,
it's like 4 episodes. No, but anyways, with that Scott Pilgrim, I will tell you what's interesting about that. So it's the movie and the comic books, and then it's suddenly not. And I'm not gonna tell you when it isn't, but it's really cool because I was like, I did like background noise. And I'm watching it.
Your background noise.
Well, here's the thing. You get interested. When you start, at first it's good background noise. I'll tell you why. At first, you're just watching the movie animated format. It literally is the movie. It's going scene for scene, almost everything. Like, oh, really? Okay, whatever. And then it gets to a point where all of a sudden it just takes a total crazy off the rails turn from the movie, and you're basically getting like an alternate thing going on. But when that happens, you go, oh, what? Like it catches you so off guard, and that's how they end the first episode. So get ready.
Okay.
The first episode has a moment where you're like, okay, now I got it. It hooks you. Like now I got to watch. What are they doing now? Because at first I was like, dude, I'm gonna watch the first episode and check out because I'm like, I already saw it in live action.
I already seen the movie.
Dumbing it down to animate to make it better.
I already seen the movie. I'm good.
And it's all the same actors. All the same. Like this was better when it was live action. I don't want to see what they do. Right. But then when they take the crazy turn, I'm like, oh, okay.
How many episodes is it?
I think like 10 or something like that.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, but I was shocked. I was like, okay, so I'm like 4 episodes into it, but it's cool. I mean, it is cool. It's different, and they couldn't do it live action because it's it's the movie, and it takes a turn, so they're still the same age they were in the movie.
Yeah. And they're old.
So they're like, okay, do we spend the money just animating this?
Michael Cera's still playing it,
or spend the money de-aging them?
He can. Oh, he still looks 18.
He can.
He looks 27.
Ralph Evans. What's his name? The main. Yeah, what's his name from Rushmore and the new Hunger Games.
Raph 3.
Speaking of which, with the Hunger Game movies.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, Ballad of Songbird. Yeah, that guy. He's like the first announcer of those Hunger Games.
You know he's a Coppola, right? He's part of the Coppola family.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Schwartzman.
You know
Jonathan
what?
Schwartzman.
I see that.
Yeah, he's a Coppola.
I see that. He has.
Yeah.
Coppola or De Palma?
No, Coppola.
Coppola. Yeah.
Coppola is this guy. What's this guy's name?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage,
Nicolas
right?
Cage, yeah, because he's Nicholas Coppola. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I see that. I see the relation-ish there. Like what are they, cousins?
We need to do a Nicolas Cage.
I'm gonna look it up now. He was in the Hunger Games. You said
a Nicolas Cage episode.
The best of Nicolas Cage. We can do the top 3
He's got some
movies.
bangers coming out right now. I haven't seen it yet, but that Dream one. Have you seen that? The Dream one? That looks crazy.
I heard about that.
I saw the episode. I saw the
trailers for it. Yeah. That looks wild. And
we have to do a Nicolas Cage. I'm sorry.
Redfield was great.
Redfield was amazing.
Let me turn out. That's the most underrated film of 2023.
That movie was amazing.
Because I know it bombed. Yeah, it bombed. I know it bombed.
Yeah.
I don't know why it bombed.
It's great.
I don't know who's not watching.
And let me turn out. I watched that movie. And let me turn out because here's the thing. I love like Awkwafina in certain things.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things I don't like her in, or like just I feel like she's actually not bad at anything, but there's roles where I'm like, why'd they go with her? You know what I mean? Like
Aquafina.
You know, but then there's roles like she's like, you know, like Shang-Chi's fantastic. That one she just did recently, TV quiz girl or the TV quiz lady, whatever. It's got Will Ferrell and it's actually pretty good. It's a more independent, kind of dramatic film.
Is it A24?
Yeah, it's an A course. Of course, it's
A24 is
everything's
every man.
They're killing it.
I love
A24, brother.
They're like the new Miramax. Is what
I like
it is.
Yeah, they are.
They're the Miramax of this generation.
Yeah,
I like A24.
So, but yeah, in Renfield, when I first saw the trailers for that movie, that's why I was turned off to it. I was into whatever Nicolas Cage was doing there.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be ridiculous, but I think it's gonna work in this one. And then, dude, Awkwafina has some great one-liners in that.
Lines.
And this guy, the younger guy from the comedian guy, that he's in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, the other guy. The
son of the mobsters or whatever.
Yes,
dude, he is so funny. But and Holt is like, I mean, dude, it is such a fun movie. It's such a great movie. It's one of those off like, you know what it's like. It's like Galaxy Quest. Everyone, when you see that
Galaxy
movie,
Quest is great.
What it is, it's like one of those movies when you go to see it for the first time, you don't know what you were gonna get, and then when you get it, you're like, dude, this works. This just works, and that's what Renfield is. Like but the trailers don't really give it what it is, and then when you watch it, you're like, this works. Like this. Yeah. This you know what? Actually, I'm gonna tell you what it really is. It's the vampire updated version of. Do you ever remember a movie called The Big Hit? With Mark Wahlberg.
With Mark Wahlberg? Yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah.
Okay, it's like that where you watch it like
that's like his second movie,
But it works. It's one of those movies like this looks terrible. Like when you see the trailers and Lou Diamond Phillips, but then when you watch it, Lou Diamond Phillips is such a great villain in that.
That actually is a good movie. Yeah.
And it's actually when it's done, you're like, this works. This is actually a good movie for what it is. It's made to be this, and and they knocked it out of the park. And that's what Renfield is. It's a movie you watch, it's like, dude. Nicolas Cage's Dracula is perfect. It is.
That's how I felt about Gran Turismo that I just saw, by the way.
Let me turn out.
I was watching it. I was like, this actually is pretty good.
I'm actually putting that up. Honestly, I put that up. It's not going to beat Oppenheimer for me. I can already say it's getting an honorable nomination. Because that's a movie that's much better.
Yeah, honorable nomination for surprising movie of the year.
Top Gun was 2022, right?
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, like Maverick, is kind of the Maverick of 2023.
Like I said, it's surprisingly very good. Yeah,
and it's a throwback to a style of film that we have that is not today's style of film.
Yeah,
and they modernized it just enough with like the little scenes where they did make it the video game, whatever.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, a lot of things about that movie really show. I got to give credit. I never played that game, but it's not a game.
Oh, I used to love that game.
It really gives credit. That's a simulator. That is a driving.
I used to love the detail in that game.
Is insane. It's
insane. And I haven't played it since like.
But it wasn't only the details. It was that. It was that. Like you are actually.
It's real.
You could actually be driving. You actually are driving.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not that fake driving that all the other guys give you.
What it took.
And it's not like the paint job of the car either. Like you change like transmission and like. It's crazy.
And there's scenes with that in the film where they touch on those details of people who were that into the game.
They did a very good job.
Knowing these details. No, and then the real life guy is his own stunt driver.
That's what was surprising
for the film.
That was
so the actual driver for the character is the real life person that the film is based on. Is genius. And like it has everything that those movies in the 90s, like that sports, like Cool Runnings, but again, updated and more serious. But it has the coach that's outdated. It had the time they could have had it. It has
it's very stereotypical, but it's like
it has that villain on the opposition. Like they told it that way, but in an updated format, and it's feel good.
And the racing was good. I enjoyed the race scenes.
I'm gonna turn out the worst thing. So the good thing is I went into that fresh. I didn't know the story. I knew it was a true story going into it, but I on purpose didn't follow up. Which sadly
I had no idea.
I followed up a little bit with the Iron Claw. I shouldn't have done that.
But
that's another great film, and that actually released 2023, so that's up there. Zac Efron, the actor from The Bear. Oh my God, he is mammoth in that movie. Yeah. Oh, dude, he got so much roids.
Well,
so many roids in him.
All of them got jacked.
All of them, except for one brother, because that guy wasn't big. Because he didn't want to be. But what a.
And let me tell you, I don't want to segue from what you were trying to say, but let me tell you something about that story. There was another brother that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, but what they kind of combined.
They combined two brothers' stories.
That one, but yeah, it's such a tragic story.
It's crazy. It's tragic. Yeah.
With Gran Turismo, again, I went in there and I just had to share the story. It's terrible. That was one of the films that through Flynn's Arcade we were fortunate and got to see it like 3 weeks before it came out. Just like the Iron Claw. Iron Claw got to see it in advance as well. Yeah. But it was the worst situation. Somehow, it froze. Like the film froze. Which how does that happen now with digital and everything? So it froze, and they literally had to shut it off. Took like a 15-minute break, right, to fix the situation. They fix it, but they start fast forwarding. So you already see where this is going to catch up to where we left off. And of course, we were like in the last 20 minutes of the movie. So like the big race or whatever that's in the film, they skip ahead, and you see we're like and then they stop everyone like. They literally jumped ahead, spoiled it for us, and then went back like and now enjoy. And there was like maybe 12 people that, fortunately for them, they got up to get a refill on their soda or popcorn or whatever, came back and missed. Like they sat there like, oh, perfect. That's awesome. Right. And it was like so there was like 12 people that got to see it, and the rest was like, mother, like they were like, oh, man. Come on, like how does that happen in the theater? So I mean, but you know, it was free, so and it was early, so but
it was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
It was such a good movie. And yeah, there's things that happen in that film. But that's another one I strongly recommend. I don't know why it was released for Christmas, though. You know,
was
for
it
the holiday season, the 22nd or 23rd. So they were pushing for that holiday weekend.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about
the Iron Claw.
The Iron Claw now. Yeah, okay.
Not a uplifting
Guess what? Guess what? Wrap it up, guys. That's a new Christmas movie.
Yeah. I still have to, I already know the story.
If you're someone who easily is like, you know, about your own life and your own self tend to get depressed for the holidays, it is because you're like, you know what? It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing pretty good.
So if you have seasonal depression, watch that movie and it'll, that's terrible.
Uplift you in the opposite way.
It's a tragic story, man. And it's interesting. It's an interesting story. But
they did a good job of fitting it into the format. That's why they merged a brother into two brother storylines, and they did a good job of giving you an uplifting ending because you know the story it's a very tragic and but the acting's incredible in it. I mean, we're an all-star. I'm gonna go back now and watch Shameless because I never did. I always wanted to, but after I just re-binged The Bear because my mother hadn't seen it. So she re-binged and I caught a bunch of episodes with her. It's such a great show. And his acting in it's superb. But Efron, he stole it in that one. He's going to be and
they actually learned wrestling. Like they learned how to wrestle.
That movie's going to be nominated, and then Zac Efron's definitely getting nominated.
He should
for his part in that. I mean, it's a fantastic film, but so that's definitely a Curtis one. But yeah, on that note, make sure you go and watch From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
No, what did I say? What did I say was the necessity at the beginning?
I don't remember anymore.
I don't even know what we talked about today. When are we starting the episode?
WhatEvs.
WhatEvs episode 1 and 2 because this is running.
Okay, we're gonna start over right now. All right, new episode.
It's okay. My audio is gonna be from here. So
yeah, did it come back or it's still?
No, well, I mean it did, but I don't even know when it stopped recording. It's the only thing.
It's fun. It's like a puzzle for MSK. He'll love it.
No,
it won't be the first time.
He's done.
So go back and watch previous episodes, and you can guess. There was a wonderful episode we had a guest on, and you'll know right away. I'm not going to say the guest, but we had a guest on, and by the end of the episode, we realized that the guest didn't have headphones on, which meant that we were obviously on their speakers. So MSK was like, "Yep, gonna have to use the Skype."
It's all right.
So it wasn't the first time. And
the thing is that the Skype didn't freeze. So
the Skype. Listen, I've learned to just a lot of people. You know what really bad? I'm gonna say this because it really it gets to me. Did he just freeze or he's just standing like that? Listen, you know what I really hate? Like celebrity podcasts that have good. They have editors and mix. They don't care. They don't care. You just throw the Skype up there.
And you shouldn't either.
And that's why I haven't cared for 5 years.
You shouldn't care.
I've been using the Skype and you guys have just... No, it would be funny. You could tell. You could tell.
Sorry. You remember telling this one. So sorry, on this episode, for the sound quality.
Yeah, I'm actually,
or at least the first half of the episode, because I'm splitting this up.
And the
I'm actually
format.
looking at it, and it's not even recording.
It's
the
Skype isn't recording. Can you imagine?
No. That would be great.
I'll just like done. I'll just throw my headphones on the floor. Delete our Instagram account. I'll delete our link tree. Like just be done.
Delete
like,
TikTok first.
All out done. All out done. That's the first one. So who set that up? Who set that up? It wasn't me. But yeah. So whatevs part 1, whatevs part 2.
Wrap it up.
You had a Nerdcessity. All of our good stuff. Thank you for joining us. I had one at the beginning of the episode.
Picard 3.
Picard season 3. There you go.
Picard season 3.
There you go. The bear. Who's the bear?
Was it the bear? It probably was the bear. I don't know.
Might have been the bear. No, it was something older. But you got time for that.
Iron Claw.
No, it was not Iron Claw.
No, it's something. That's sad. It was only an hour and a half ago. We already.
Well, that's how much stuff we talked about.
We had no, like, this was winging it, so like next
we opened
level.
up with Doctor Who. What if?
We talked about Bad Boys. I mean, where were we today?
I don't know. Yeah. Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Matrix. We talking about the Matrix.
Tenet.
Let's talk about the Matrix.
Tenet. Oppenheimer. We did talk about the Matrix, actually.
Yeah.
Constantine. That's great. There you go. That's the.
I think we did that before we started recording.
Where can you find it?
No, we did the Equalizer before we recorded. Yeah.
Wow,
we're everywhere.
Hey, Equalizer 3 was 2023, so that's getting nominated for nothing. But
what about the last Halloween movie? Was that last year or
that should be nominated. That should be nominated for straight to blockbuster.
The Halloween movies. The last 2 Halloween movies.
Steamboat Willie. No, your necessity is the Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams interview on YouTube.
Yeah, the Cat Williams interview.
Williams. That's it. Yeah. Go watch that.
Money Mike.
I'm gonna go buy that cognac. Actually, I'm gonna go buy that cognac.
True serum. True serum. Crazy serum. I don't know, man. I don't know what it does.
What I started talking about.
Oh my god!
Is cognac a Red Bull thing?
And this is Yopis. Yopis, how are you doing today? Listen, MSK, you son of a. That's basically what he did.
How you gonna let a steroider like everything so off base? Like what? And then like come in here and talk about the greats.
Yeah.
Oh man, fantastic.
All right.
All right,
we did it, guys. We did it. We did it.
This episode will air eventually.
This will be this. I will see you guys in another 3 months or so.
No. Sunrise Comic Con, Saturday, March 2nd.
Saturday, March 7th. Oh, so it's you driving out for that? March 7th?
Actually,
he's in a drone down here.
Did you say March 7th?
March 7th.
I think I got the wrong date.
March 2nd. March 2.
Did you switch the day on me?
No, I did not. March 2nd. You're off. I checked your schedule. We just got to get you off the day before.
Maybe he's doing.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe it's C7. I mean B7.
B12.
C7.
B12.
Oh, I gotta take my B12. I gotta take B12.
I gotta take my B12.
I gotta take some B12.
Thanks for reminding me.
Gonna be, I hear the song of the episode with that B12.
And that's your necessity. Take your B12.
Take your B12. That's your necessity.
If you're hitting 40, take your B12.
This is Omega saying peace.
MSK, peace out.
Yo, peace. Peanuts.
Take your B12.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.
Edit 134. All right, 134. Edit. All right. Especially when Yopi's opened with "No one has been canceled." Edit 134.
We have this is the one. This is the one.
This is the one.